Good morning, my YouTube family. How's everybody this morning? My name is Jennifer Brooks. I'm your Southern Belle. Kiss up to God. To God be the glory for all the wonderful works that He does. I'm so grateful to be on with you this morning, as usual. He gave me another do-over, and I'm glad about it. On the land in the land of the living. This morning, I'm going to bring you keys to manifest self-love. This is something that I had to do before I could even start this podcast. Because how do I look coming up here trying to talk to you guys and I'm still stressing and struggling? I'm not saying that I'm not, because life, life does that to you. But still, I had to really understand that. I do have a video on manifestation if you want to watch it. And I have a video on solitude. I had to go into solitude. Um, I had to, God had to show me me. Before I could come on to talk to you, God had to show me who I was. And that helped me so much being into solitude. And manifestation is very important. So I have those two videos. But this is Dr. Myles Munroe. I'm going to only give you the surface. Go and watch his keys to self-love. He's going to give you the in-depth. He's going to give you the, oh my goodness, it's really, really, really a good video. But I'm just going to give you, like, you know what I mean? Like, just skim a little bit of what he's talking about. But go and watch Myles Munroe the late Dr. Myles Munroe. Great, and a motivational speaker, preacher that was killed with his wife. All right. Now, and I also have a video on him. I got a lot of videos, don't I? Okay, let's go. Keys to manifest self-love. And because you can't influence anyone unless you have self-love yourself. And I realized that when I asked God about this podcast, that's one thing that I had to really deal with myself and how I felt about myself. Okay. Manifest, you have to have self-confidence. And confidence, I'm not arrogant. I've never been an arrogant person, but I am confident. When you feel sure of yourself, I'm sure of myself, my abilities, my capabilities. So you have to have self-confidence. Self-respect. I had to respect myself. I had to respect the things that I come on and talk about. I had to respect the fact that I had to come on. I want to make sure I look appropriate. I don't want to come on here looking any kind of way. I do have all like baseball caps and hats and lipsticks, and I try to respect what I'm talking about by giving you a little piece of it. Of myself when I come on. So I try to make sure that I'm appropriate. Self-assurance. That's freedom from doubt. I had to make sure that I don't doubt what I'm doing. What I'm doing is for a purpose and for a reason. And I have to be bold about it. Some of the things that I talk about are sticky situations and things that some people don't want to hit on. But I have to be bold and believe what I'm talking about. So that I'm self-assurance. Self-assertiveness. I have to communicate with you guys, and I have to do it in an honest manner without hurting feelings. I don't know if I hurt anybody's feelings. If I have, I apologize. But I have to say what I have to say, and I have to be assertive about it. So definitely communicate to others direct. That's what that is. Self-motivation. I had to be willing to do this. A driven force. I'm motivated to motivate you. I had to get motivated myself in order to motivate. And I just want you guys to get on the ball about certain things. That's why I'm on here. That's why I asked you to join me on Instagram, because I motivate there also. Self-value. My worth. I had to know my worth. That's one thing that I wasn't into. When you really don't think that you can do stuff, you got to know your worth. The importance of your importance, your standards, your youth, the way that I could be used. I had to understand my value. Self-giving. Now, this is really something that I had to really pray on, because it's a sacrifice. I wanted to make sure when I came on that I'm not being selfish about it, but I'm offering myself to you guys. I read, I study, I don't just come on with stuff. I'm writing down stuff. I'm reading stuff. I'm listening. All of that so I can give of myself to my YouTube audience. Self-giving. Self-affirmness. And that's what I had to do too. Affirmation. I had to support and encourage. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to encourage. I'm trying to be supportive, and just let you know because the truth about stuff. So I affirm things that I talk about. That's why I give you scripture. That's why I give you like that places to go because I'm emotional and I'm supporting things that I'm doing and I'm saying. Self-forgiving. That's a really, really big one also because I had to forgive myself because if I didn't, I was going to be carrying those burdens into my audience. Some things that I did, God forgave me. So I had to forgive myself. And that's what I think a lot of us don't do. We don't forgive ourselves. And we carry on them burdens from the past. And it weighs us down and it keeps us grounded. Instead of lifting that burden off, instead of giving it to God, we keep it. We keep it. We have to forgive ourselves. Self-forgiveness is very, very important. And self-investment. I had to put the time in. I don't have money, but I did put my time in, my energy, to make my future, your future, our present better. I had to invest a lot of time into reading, into studying, into preparing. I mean, I got books and books and books of notes and sermons and things. So I had to really invest time into what I'm doing. I'm not just sitting up here coming on YouTube talking about a bunch of nonsense. I'm not just, okay, let me go on YouTube and say this. I prepare some of the things. Some of the things I don't prepare. And because it's easy to come on and talk about stuff that's right there and right there. But if I want to really get in depth, I really have to prepare. And sometimes when I prepare, God still give me something else. I set up here with something and all of a sudden the spirit give me something else. And when I look back on the videos, I'm like, did I say that? Did I say that? Sometimes I don't realize that I've said certain things until I look at it again. That's why sometimes I come and try to do corrections in the comment section, like, "Oh, I meant this instead of that," or "I mispronounced this," and But those are just some keys that Dr. Myles, the late great Dr. Myles Munroe, was talking about. But go and watch this video on self-love because we really have to love ourselves. It's hard to love others if you don't love yourself. And when the one about, I want to say assurance, what is it's a self, I want to make sure I'm getting the one that I want to talk about right. I want to say it's self-love or something like that. I'm not sure what I don't know which one of these he was talking about, but it might have been something that he said that I didn't write down. He said it's hard to love somebody when you don't love yourself. You glad to say I love you, but it's more than just that. It's more than just saying I love you. How can you love and you don't love yourself? How can you give love? And he says sometimes when you give love and the person don't give it back, that's fine too, because if you have so much, it's okay to give it. And that's what I do. I have so much love that I can love easy. I don't mind loving. If I'm not getting it back, oh well, I'm going to still give it because that's who I am. That's who God made, because God is love. And he wants us to love each other. And that's what the commandments, love your neighbors as you love yourself. So how can you love your neighbors if you don't love yourself? If you feel like somebody needs to hear this, please share it. Please continue to subscribe. Please comment and please like my video. I appreciate when you guys like it because it's like, oh my goodness, I did good. Sometimes I might have 1 or 2 likes. I'm like, oh, they might not like that video. But some people just don't click that thumb button. It's 2 thumbs up there. It's a thumb up and a thumb down. Click that thumb up for me. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am a Southern Belle, and I'm on the right road now. And don't forget to join me on Instagram also, where I give regimens of working out. I give some of the food that I make. And I just come on to inspire you guys to get it right. Once to get the cracking, try to get your health intact, try to get your life intact, because we're wasting time. We're wasting time. We're just here. I don't want to just be here existing. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do something, and I want to be able to inspire. And I want God to continue to use me, to use my vessel, to use me as His vessel. Thank you so much for coming on. Y'all have a blessed day. Now you're here. God bless.